Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend,
And I'm James, your black friend,
and this is the Fat and Black Connection.
where we talk about anything and everything as long as it's interesting to us, baby.
For shizzle dizzle. Because if it isn't interesting to us, why should you give a darn?
Straight up.
Right? Right?
Right.
It is March 5th, 2025. It is 8:02 p.m. Pacific time.
3525.
You ready for a time change coming?
Oh, yeah. When is that?
I don't know. This weekend, I think.
Is it?
Maybe you should be a little bit more prepared.
I'll tell you when it is. I think it is this weekend.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's Sunday.
You're correct. Yes, the 9th daylight savings time.
Yes. So I believe
Saturday.
Saturday will be the last time. I'm sorry, Friday will be the last time that sunset is before 7 p.m.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's right. Yeah, because now we move. Wait. Forward, yeah. So we got, because I know. Are we going to be on the same time as Arizona now?
I have no idea. I don't keep track of that crap. I don't got time for that.
Because I know Arizona.
I have a hard enough time worrying about my own time zone. I don't got time to.
Well, no, I'm saying because there's since Arizona doesn't change, and I think there's one other state that doesn't change. And so it just kind of.
There's a bill in Nevada Assembly right now to make it so we don't change.
That I wouldn't mind that either. Because it's kind of pointless. Daylight savings time is kind of pointless because the whole time.
Well, here's one thing I hadn't
was because of farming, right?
But here's one thing I hadn't considered. And somebody was talking about this the other day. If we don't do it, what that means is during the time, I can't remember if it's daylight savings time or standard time. I can't remember which one. We would have a 4-hour time difference with the East Coast. So when you think about doing business with people on the East Coast.
Oh, wow.
That's 3 hours is already a struggle.
Yeah. Wait, why would we be 4 hours?
Because we would stay the same, but they would still have the time change.
Huh. I thought there was a bill. There was a bill in Congress a number of years ago that was talking about
There have been. They've never gotten all the way through, and blah blah blah. So hopefully someday. But we are live. We're interactive.
Oh yeah.
We are here to engage with you. If you have thoughts about the time change coming up this weekend, love to hear it. Don't forget to set your clocks forward Saturday night.
Or
Um,
or if you're your phones automatically do it. But you're like they need to make a microwave that can set itself. That would be amazing. That would help me out tremendously.
yes, run on atomic time, please.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, because a lot of things. What I think the only thing that we've realized that runs on atomic time is the Disneyland when you're trying to book.
That's not even atomic time. That's time.gov. That's American Standard Time.
Oh, I thought that was that's not based on the atomic clock.
They say it is. That's based off of whatever's over in Mount Cheyenne or whatever. But
Oh,
I don't know. I don't trust it.
whatever. But anyways,
I don't
yeah.
trust anything that's run by the government. We see how good they are at doing stuff,
Yeah. Anyway,
especially that state government. How good. Well, anyways, so James, I'm drinking a Steve Weiser.
which one? The lager?
Oh yeah, the American Lager, and
I
and
did-
there's only one reason that I would drink an American Lager right now. Do you know why?
Why?
Because we've got to talk about the greatest moment to happen this century in professional wrestling.
Yes. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
100%.
So
Yes.
briefly, I'm just going to preface, we're not going to talk about wrestling a ton, but this is the greatest moment
Oh my
in
God.
the last 25 years, probably the last 30 years, and
Because we waited for it.
maybe in all time, because this has
We
been
have
the
waited.
longest con, if you will.
Waited.
And for those of you that don't understand, the person pictured here is John Cena, who
John Cena.
So he has been in WWE for well over 20 years, 25 years, I think. And he came into WWE on the main roster, not really as a babyface as they call them, but not really a full heel either.
Well, like the first,
Ish, but
yeah, he was heel-ish. Like the doctor of thugonomics was
and even that wasn't super
heel-ish.
heel, right?
Yeah,
It was
no,
just,
he wasn't. He
I
wasn't.
talk
super
crap
heel.
about you, but he got over it by
Yeah.
doing that, right? And so he has been for the last 25 years or so the baby face that runs the place.
Right.
Okay.
Talking like he has done the most make-a-wish wishes
Over 700.
of, so he's like the over all time, he is like the most
The biggest wish granter,
Biggest wish
period.
granter.
Not just in wrestling, in
yeah, just period.
all of Make-A-Wish history.
Yeah.
And there have been many times in the course of his career where people thought he would turn heel. Like
Yeah.
there was many opportunities for it to happen.
Oh,
and
we
what
were
does that
hoping.
mean? Turning heel. That means becoming a bad guy, right?
The bad guy.
Baby faces are the good guys generally, and heels are the bad guys. And then there are some people that kind of straddle that line but get over, like a Stone Cold Steve Austin, who
Yeah.
was never really a baby face, but he wasn't a heel. He was kind of an anti-hero, so to speak, right?
Yeah, he if you were a good guy and he was fighting with you, he might stun you. If
Yeah.
you were a bad guy and he was fighting with you, he's probably gonna stun you. So either way.
Yeah, where John Cena has been the ultimate babyface,
Oh,
even maybe more so than Hulk Hogan was in
yo,
his run
yeah,
prior to NWO. Okay,
yeah.
so all of this to say, there have been multiple opportunities for this guy to turn, and people thought he would, and it just never happened. Well, late last year, John Cena announced that he was going to be retiring from professional wrestling in ring action
Right.
at the end of this year. And he was going to treat this year as his farewell tour, so to speak.
Yep.
And, that kind of really set up, okay, it never happened. It's never going to happen. And that's okay. I think people were expecting him to do his shtick for his last year. Maybe he wins a championship and breaks the record. He is tied for the all-time world championship reigns
Reigns, yeah.
at 16 with Ric Flair. And
Woo!
so that was a possibility, but it really looked like he was just coming back to make some money for the business,
Mhm.
and right off to the sunset. He came, he did Royal Rumble,
Yep.
he
It's the
had a
final
good
2.
showing, right? He was in the final two, but he
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
um and truth be told, we should have picked up on this sooner, because he, at the press conference of the Royal Rumble,
Said I'm entering I because of what I've done for the company and what's best for business is me being in the elimination or me going to WrestleMania. So I am going into the elimination chamber.
and that goes against one of his three core principles: hustle,
Yeah.
loyalty, and respect. It goes against the hustle. Now, people will say, well, he hustled for the last 25 years. Yeah, but still, like,
Even still, like he's been given opportunities before to just walk into like events and he's like, nah, I'll earn it.
yeah. And he even said at the start of this run that he was going to earn it. He was going to earn it by winning the Royal Rumble. And then he lost, right? So he could have earned it just like anyone else to get into the chamber by doing
Right.
a qualifying match.
Right.
So, anyways,
Some of those guys went through triple threats. Damn.
all this to say, he went to the elimination chamber. He won the elimination chamber in an amazing match.
Yo.
The best moment to me was when we had him and CM Punk face off.
Yeah.
Finally,
That
yes,
was
it
good.
was nostalgia. Yes, it was. It got the feels, but it was still nice to see those two go at it.
Yeah.
It was, and the best was the hug, the handshake hug, because it made this moment that much harder.
Wait, were you talking about the handshake with handshake hug with his CM Punk?
Yeah, so first
Yeah.
Cena goes to give the handshake, and CM Punk's like, "Nah, let's hug," right? And they hugged, and then the match continued, and then later down the road, Cena went to give him a handshake again. CM Punk was like, "Nah," and went to go give him a go to sleep.
Yeah.
I think it very well set up this moment. Didn't know it at the time as I'm
No.
watching, right? But the better imagery here, though, is this right here.
This has been turned into a into the the Topps cards they have.
Uh-huh.
This is turned into a 1-of-1 autographed card.
And we see
So
here
with
Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
yeah, so
John Cena, and what's his name? I don't know. Some rapper.
yeah,
Lil Thuggy? I don't know.
no, it's definitely not that. I can't remember. I can't.
Travis
Yeah,
Scott. There it is.
yeah, there it is. Yeah, and so all of them have actually. So this will be a 1-of-1 card in some pack, and
Well, it's not a 1-of-1 card. The one that is signed by all three of them is a 1-of-1. They're selling the cards, and there's going to be many. There's going to be. I looked it up actually. I looked up Topps, and there's a. I think it's a run of like 2.5 million cards.
Oh, but the autographed one is just 1-of-1.
The one that's autographed by all three of them is a 1-of-1.
Okay.
And there are going to be other rare ones that have like holographic foils and stuff like that. But the 1-of-1 signed by all three, that's the one to get.
Man, I have never. You know what? The last time I saw people this upset was when Bailey turned heel.
Yeah, well, and even comparatively, this
is even bigger, bro. I was
to me, the comparative thing almost is the NWO, right? The unveiling of Hogan as the third man.
No.
And that might have been response-wise even worse, because people were throwing crap in the ring, right? They were throwing water bottles and everything, right? Trash.
Yeah.
I think in this case, I think this was almost more shocking than the NWO because with Hogan, he had to do something, right? He was at a point where he was being booed in WCW leading up to that. He was not looked at in a positive light anymore. Like he had to do something, or he was gonna basically lose his spot.
Well, yeah.
Where Cena, he didn't have to do this.
No.
And Michael Cole even said that on commentary. Why are you doing this? You didn't have to do this.
What are you doing, John?
You already won the chamber. You're going to WrestleMania. You could probably beat Cody Rhodes. You did not have to do this.
Just makes it
And
so much
and
better.
freaking Michael Cole is the biggest John Cena fanboy. Even when Michael Cole was playing a heel years ago with Jerry the King Lawler, he was still a fanboy of Cena back then. So
Was he?
and
Unless he was fighting the Miz, because he was basically with the Miz.
he clearly was not aware that this was happening
No.
because he said that Cena was using brass knucks when it was clearly a watch.
Watch.
So if he knew, and that's the watch that was Dusty's old watch that was given to Cody by Triple H. So if Michael Cole was prepped, he'd have been prepped for that, right?
Yeah.
So clearly the announce team wasn't even let in on this secret.
No, they kept this one so buried.
This to me, the only other thing I can think of that is even close is Hogan revealed as the third man of the NWO.
Man, those kids were so mad, bro.
You know what? Seeing some of the faces of the kids and how it
hurt,
reminded me of Miz
yes,
winning
when Miz beat Cena
at WrestleMania.
Yeah, bro. Like just the faces of these kids. Actually, some of the faces of these grown ass men was crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "What?" And I was like, I remember looking at it going, "Huh?" Oh
well,
yeah.
You're a Cena fanboy.
Oh,
so
I love Cena.
You've got Cena merch.
I do. I have multiple things from Cena. Like I have like a couple shirts, hats. I have like the old John Deere John Cena hat somewhere. I gotta find it. But yeah, like this, I have been waiting for this for so long.
So some comments. Tyre says a heel turn is well overdue. Thugonomics is back. Face blue, smiling. I'm guessing it's an emoji.
Emoji, yeah.
And yes, it was Travis Scott.
Thank
you.
You.
There are videos of kids throwing away their Cena merch.
I'm not allowing that, even as a parent. We'll hang that up. We just won't bring it out.
And he says he's predicting that they're going to continue to jump Cody until Roman shows up to save him, prepping Rock versus Roman. I don't agree.
Mm-mm.
We're not going to have Rock Roman here at this WrestleMania. We will have likely Roman in a triple threat with Seth Rollins and CM Punk.
Oh, well, oh yeah, because that whole thing went down at the Royal Rumble. Yeah.
So that's what I'm expecting is the Rock Roman. Either it's going to happen next year or it's just never going to happen because I think it's kind of past the point of people caring anymore about it.
They played it up so well last year but then with the whole thing with I was confused by the whole thing anyways. When Cody won, I was like, yo, he gets to choose who he fights. Like, how are you just gonna say, oh, I'm gonna fight, we're gonna fight? Like, what?
Yeah.
Anyways, real quick.
Well, and at the time there was no choice. Roman had both belts.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah, that was when they were combined, right?
Yeah. So there was no choice. That was the only choice.
Right.
But anyways, enough about wrestling. I just had to get that out and get it out of our system.
Great moment.
If not the greatest moment.
Yeah. I finally found them.
What you got there?
I finally found the peanut butter and jelly M&Ms.
Oh, the peanut butter and jelly. Okay, good. Yeah, let's. So I had these a couple months back.
Well, you get the jelly straight up. It's like on the shell. The shell has like the jelly, and then the peanut butter. I actually like these.
Yeah, I mean, I said I thought they were fine. Like, I felt like I'd rather just have peanut butter M&Ms and maybe like a spoonful of jelly and do it like that.
No, I mean, like, this is, I don't know, but like I'm getting, I get this both. I'm getting the taste of both, and it's kind of nice. Also, I've been holding on to this for like almost, I don't know how long now. It's been at least a week. Oh, dang it!
When you hold it right in the light, it doesn't work out so well.
To the side. Here we go. This is that Coke, the orange vanilla.
Okay.
Not a huge fan of the flavored Cokes. The only one I really like is like cherry, but I was like, for the show.
Yeah, you gotta try stuff for the show, right?
Yeah.
Keep the people entertained.
So,
Are you not entertained?
oh, it smells very it smells
Citrus.
very creamsicle,
Mm.
creamsicle-ish. Hold on.
And
Oh yeah, that tastes. I mean, maybe because I had the M&Ms, but it definitely tastes like a creamsicle.
oh my gosh.
Oh, he's back.
Steven checking in. What's good, fellas? How's it going? Hope all is well. We are well. It's good to
Yes,
see you and hear from you. Glad you're
yes.
still kicking around out there.
When are you getting married again?
You're
I
gonna
know.
tell us it's already happened.
I know.
Yeah, it
I
was
know.
last week.
I know.
And
I think it's. I can't remember if it's soon or if it might already happen because based on.
I mean, clearly you weren't invited, so it doesn't matter.
No.
Pressing on, let's talk about some other stuff. So, did you next Friday on Pie Day?
Oh,
That is going to be a good Pie Day.
yeah, nice.
Rabbit Fido checking in, also known as Angel. I couldn't stop laughing when it happened. The John Cena heel turn. Yeah, so I unfortunately had, to a degree, had it spoiled by Angel because I wasn't watching it live. I was slightly delayed because I had to put my kid to bed and stuff, so I had paused it for a little bit. And I got a text from him saying, "Why Cena? Why?" So I kind of figured, okay, something's happening. And so when the moment happened where Seth Rollins curb stomped curb stomped CM Punk, and then Cena took advantage of it. I was like, okay, that's what he's talking about, right? Because
Yeah.
that was like, oh,
Yeah.
That's not full on heel. It's not outside of Cena to do something like that.
Yeah, but it was
But
just the fact that he has never really jumped on the way he jumped on taking advantage of it was crazy. I've never seen
well,
him,
and what I think,
but I think it's also because he
did
needs.
you hear him though? He was saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Like he was saying that out loud to CM Punk as he's taking advantage of the situation.
Oh, I didn't hear
Like when
that
he
part.
put him in the STFU,
Yeah, and he
he
was
was
out.
like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah,
Yeah. And I do got to say one more thing on wrestling. CM Punk's promo Monday night was
oh
straight fire. Was if not better, at least on par with the original pipe bomb.
yeah, 100%,
Like that was
100%,
like calling out Dwayne, calling out Cena,
and then calling out Rollins and having just a full on just
brawl
brawl.
all day.
Oh, actually, I just got one more thing here.
Yeah, what you got?
So new beer. We got a new beer pack from Lazy Dog.
Giggle water, huh?
Giggle Water. Yeah, this one is from Firestone. It's a cold IPA. It's a clear pale gold lager yeast, flaked corn. It says smell underripe mango. I don't quite know what that smells like. Pineapple, orange, water cracker. What?
Water crackers are good, man.
Dank green hop.
Dank.
This is gonna get me high. And then stone fruit.
Did you read that stuff? Like you don't want to lose your job from a random drug
No, there's
screening.
no, yeah, there's actually but it says it's feel is a medium light body with alcohol providing weight and texture, drying finish. It's a medium light sweetness and medium bitterness.
Okay.
It says pairing pineapple upside down cake. They have that at anyway. Let's get a pour here.
Oh, it's pretty clear.
Yeah, it is.
It's got that like weak piss color.
Yeah, so it smells pretty good. Just getting some head there. What does everybody want?
Head.
Whatever.
Thank you, Al Snow reference.
Yeah, what happened to that guy? Speaking of.
Well, how's it taste?
This is good.
Oh,
I taste it.
So you
The
recommend the Giggle Water?
Giggle Water is good, but Giggle Water doesn't last long. So you can get it. You can actually, I think they have it on tap at Lazy Dog. So if you have a Lazy Dog near you and you can get in there the next little while, make sure to try some Giggle Water.
Maybe you could pop in there and pick up a couple for when I come down next month.
Oh yeah, I'll see if I can grab a couple.
Because I will be in Las Vegas next month, ladies and gentlemen, for a few days. So the Fat and Black Connection will be together for a limited time only.
Limited time only. Yeah, but Giggle Water.
WrestleMania weekend.
Yay!
So Andor season 2.
Man, finally.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Season 1 was great.
Oh,
Loved
yeah.
it. Jimmy Jones, who from Pop Culture Kaboom, who's checks in here regularly and has been on the show before, and we've been on his multiple times. He doesn't like prequels because you ultimately know what's going to happen, right? And I get that. I understand that. But if you can get the story before what you know, there's still stories to be told. And I think Andor season 1 told us a story that was compelling and a different look at the Star Wars universe than what we're used to. And yes, I know that ultimately they all gonna die, right? Like, but that doesn't make that story
any less. Like Rogue One was is one of the greatest Star Wars movies ever.
Absolutely.
And
Steven says he's going to check it out. There's a Lazy Dog next to the wedding venue.
Nice. Get over there. Get one.
So, I'm excited for season 2. I'm not juiced. Like, I'll be clear. Like, I'm excited and I'm going to watch it, but I'm not juiced. I'm not like super hyped up for it because I felt like the trailer was too much action. And one of the things I liked about Andor season 1 that it was more about like political intrigue and stuff.
I think that was just, I'm hoping that was just the hook.
I hope so, because it certainly didn't hook me.
Oh, you're already gonna watch this because you watched that season 1.
I'm just hoping they're not changing up the formula,
right?
Because I think season 1 was as good as it was because of the storytelling that was not just crash bang boom, right? And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, Kathleen Kennedy is no more. Finally.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
That means Lucasfilm and Star Wars in general can only get better.
She was an anchor. What is it called? The albatross around the neck.
Agreed.
It's like anytime I saw her name on anything, it's like, no.
Well, and of course her name was on everything Star Wars related, so
except what she wasn't she wasn't on Mandalorian, was she?
Yeah, of course she was. She was on there. She wasn't like top billing because it was Favreau and Filoni, but she was on there.
Oh, I just don't remember. I guess I try to block her name out of everything.
I understand. So our boys over at Icy Sound Comics
pumping out some stuff, I see.
Yes, they've been hard at work, hitting some cons recently. Cons coming up later this year. But they are hard at work and putting some magic together. And I will tell you, I had a meeting with them last Friday. And we talked about some stuff. And Tyrus claims Dave Filoni is rumored to take her place. Be a great choice.
That'd be awesome.
I'd be okay with that, or I'd be okay with
Favreau.
Yeah, Favreau. But the fear with that, though, and putting one of them in that place is that they're not going to be able to be as engaged on the creative.
You
know what I mean?
What was her role?
Head of whatever. I don't remember. She was the top.
Oh, she was. Everything kind of had to go through her.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Icy Sound Comics, which is of course made up currently of the dynamic father-son duo Lawrence and Diego Iriarte, are good friends, and of course Jam the artist in the house.
Jam.
And we're growing. Icy Sound is growing. There's going to be so much to say, just not yet. These conversations that I had with them. There was also another person, a party that I'm going to talk about in a couple minutes because you aren't even aware of this. I've been keeping this a secret even from you. But there's going to be some fun happening, and I'll share more in a couple minutes.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that for now. But here's some of the images getting cranked out.
Nice.
That have been posted over on the pages. Now, here's the interesting thing: is this is a cropping from a much larger image. This is not
what?
This is not the whole image.
Oh my god.
Yes, this is just a crop from an image. And actually, all of these that I am showing tonight are crops, not the actual image itself.
Robbie.
Yes, this is Robbie. Robbie is, I think, going to be the face of Icy Sound eventually. I think it's going to be, the face that runs the place.
Our mouse.
Yep. Speaking of mouses,
segue
coming in hot.
Whee!
I love this image. I love the lighting. I love the shadowing. And again, this is a cropping. What a bunch of crop. I agree. And what you don't see in this image that is cropped out and is back here in the background is a giant squid.
Oh, no, it's over there. I was going to grab the poster.
So Icy Sound is cranking out some work and a lot more to come.
And remember, these things, like, if you ever get to see them, I mean, these are
pieces.
These are not like, just like, 8x5, 11x17. These
no, 11 by 17 is the smallest size.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. But like these things are, I mean, they are apparently not, because I haven't seen them set up in the house or anything, but apparently they have these things set up in their house, and it's basically, it looks like a
movie storyboard.
But these are full on, like, huge images. If you saw us at KaboomCon, you saw how big some of these pieces were.
Yeah, like the dino fight from Murphy's Inc. That thing is, I think when I printed it out, it's 22 by 38 or 34. I mean, it's massive, right? To get it at the actual size, not like scaling it down, which of course you will in a comic book, you have to, but they are making these pieces like just one issue of Mickey when it comes out, or Fantastic Worlds. It could fill a museum gallery, because it's going to be, I don't know, let's say it's a 80-page book and 150 to 200 panels. Each panel is a piece of art.
100%.
So,
I mean, these things done by hand. There is no. They might do some computer stuff just to get it real clean, but everything is done by hand.
Yeah,
hand drawn, hand painted.
Yeah, some of the coloring is done.
Yeah, some of the coloring is done computer, but yeah.
So we got our first glimpse at the HBO Max soon-to-be television special, Lanterns. And of course, we've got Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan here. And we know that there is a Green Lantern in the upcoming Superman film.
Yeah, not
Guy Gardner.
Yeah,
with the terrible bowl cut, which is comic book accurate.
Yeah, no, 100% comic book accurate.
But I definitely am digging the look here. And we don't see both rings. We only see the one on not Jon Stewart. I just
Hal
said
Jordan.
his name. Yeah, Hal Jordan.
Oh yeah, I see it there.
Here, I'll zoom it in for you.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
Ooh. So, which is
like I don't know. Zoom in on John Stewart's hand. No, the other hand. Oh, never mind. I thought I saw it. I thought in that little hole right there, I saw the back of a ring or something.
So this is our first glimpse. Filming has just started on this, so I'm sure there will be much more to come, including a trailer. I would imagine, or maybe by the end of the year, a teaser or something.
Yeah, they just started filming. Yeah, it'll be. I mean, they probably they're hard at work.
What are your thoughts? Do you think you'll be watching this? Will you give it a chance?
I'll give it a shot. I'm just like I'm. Again, I've been so disappointed by DC lately. It's just.
I understand.
It's just hard for me to be like, yay!
Yeah, no, I get it. I've got so much to talk about. So much to talk about our next topic.
Give them something to talk about.
KaboomCon 2, kickoff to Halloween, coming to Carson City Community Center September 19th through the 21st. Visit Carson City, Nevada, one of the main sponsors of the event. Excited to have them on board, helping us make some magic happen for this community.
Yeah.
This thing's going to be huge. We did a 1-day event last year, right? We did one Saturday, and we loaded in Friday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got in there, we got the place set up, and had to let the vendors come set up, and we went 1 day hard. We had the boardroom where we had some panels happening. We had the main stage where we had some panels and presentations and stuff happening.
Yep.
We had a live performance, right, from Reno Video Game Symphony.
Yeah.
And we had the game room where we had, people could go play some tabletop or role-playing games.
Yep.
This year it's huge. It's massive. I don't know what the 2 is because it's really not 2.
Well, technically, it's let's say 2.5.
I'm calling it 3, man.
Is it 3?
This thing's 3, right? So here's the deal, right? So, and I'm gonna go into more detail on some of this stuff, but I'm just gonna lay out the weekend really briefly, right? So this starts Friday, September 19th, 8 a.m. You, me, the core group. We're gonna get into the facility and we're gonna start getting it prepped and primed, right?
Right.
And a few hours later, we're going to open it up for the vendors. Come in, start loading in, get ready to go. And then at 6 p.m., we're going to have a vendor exclusive little opportunity to go around the booths, check out everybody, ask questions. Hopefully people will have more than one person so people can walk around and then also ask questions about the booths. But this is really an opportunity for the vendors to shake hands, meet and greet, get to know each other.
Hey, make some connections.
Because somewhere around 7, we're going to open up the doors to the theater. And we're going to have a movie screening Friday night, Ghostbusters 2. And I've got more to say on that screening, just not right this minute. Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. convention. We're going to have cosplay contests. We're going to have panels, presentations, performances. We're going to have special guests. We're going to have dozens. I can't say hundreds because we won't have hundreds, but we'll have dozens. We will have scores. That's a true one. We will have scores of vendors. We will have game room again. We will have cars on display. It's just huge, right? 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. We get everybody the hell out. And then at 7 p.m., we reopen the theater because that night we've got, and again, I'm going to go into some more detail, but we've got the Ghosts and Ghouls Masquerade Ball.
Right.
That's going to be a fun party, right? Dancing, live music. Again, I'll go into more detail shortly.
Dance the night away, baby.
And then Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., con day 2.
And then after 5,
We'll see. There are some conversations about something potentially happening Sunday night as well.
Okay.
So we shall see. But I mean, this is huge,
Yeah.
especially compared to last year, a 1 day event, well over 1,000 people in total involved
Yeah. Let's make
between
sure there's no
vendors and
fires.
attendees, and it was
And
just
actually, you know, the nice thing about this weekend, whether we're doing it on the weekend that we're doing it, nothing else is going on.
yeah, not
Last
really.
year, last year we had to compete with
The balloon air races,
the balloon air races,
the
the end
camel
of
races.
the end of the best of the West rib cook off.
Mm-hmm.
We had the camel races, so there was just a lot of stuff that was going on during that time. So, oh, and there was also Pride. So,
Yeah,
people,
in Reno there was the Pride
yeah,
Festival.
people were all. I mean, like there was people that wanted to come, but they had, oh, I've committed to do this thing. So it was like people were pulled very thin
Mm-hmm.
and weren't able to do our con, or if they wanted to, or they had other obligations or whatnot. So this year, I'm glad that we moved it. So therefore, nothing should be interfering.
Yeah,
So
so I
everybody who
want
wanted to
to.
come last year should be able to come this year.
So I want to first dive into talking about the Eventbrite page. This
Yes.
is where you're going to get your tickets, and you're going to see right there on sale this Saturday, 10 a.m.
10 a.m., baby.
I cannot stress enough. This event is going to be massive. I have big name artists. I can't say their names yet. I am currently in talks with an AEW wrestler, two actually.
Oh,
So there are big things happening here.
big things popping, little things stopping.
And Rabbit Fido, I'm so stoked for KC2, Kaboom Con 2. Yeah, me too. So this is the Eventbrite page. Kind of shows off some of the stuff we already talked about.
Yeah.
Again, September 19th, 6 p.m. through September 21st, 5 p.m. The location, boom, Carson City Community Center, 851 East William Street.
We worked
Um,
on this last week, people, just for you.
Yes, and the one thing I'm going to stress here is that this really is a weekend. Now, if you live in Carson City, good for you, right? It's right outside your door. But if you
Right.
don't live in Carson City, plan to come for the whole weekend for this
Yeah.
thing. We are currently in negotiations with multiple hotels to get you
You'll have a
discounted
place. Yeah.
rates.
So you'll have a place to stay,
Yeah,
so you can come hang out with us all weekend
yeah, and thank you, Visit Carson City, for
for helping
working
us
on
out.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
definitely.
they are the ones that
100%.
are working with these hotels to get us the best possible rates for y'all to come to this thing. Um, Steven says, hope there was no camel breakdowns. Would hate to see a camel towed.
It's stupid. That was good though. I like it.
It was better than anything you come up with.
It was really good. Actually, I mean, we had the whole. There was the fire last year that kind of
Yeah.
stopped some stuff.
And Jeff is also, he's helping us out. He's working on this event with us. He's in talks with two WWE legends. So we'll
Nice.
see where that goes. So Kaboom Con 2025, the sequel, September 19th to 21st, 2025, Carson City Community Center. The ultimate pop culture celebration returns bigger, better, and bursting with excitement.
Hooray!
BoomCon 2, the sequel, is your kickoff to the haunting season, bringing together fans of comics, movies, TV, gaming, and cosplay for an unforgettable weekend. Meet incredible artists, creators, and vendors. Join thrilling panels and presentations with industry pros. Enter epic cosplay contests, multiple. We will have four contests: one for the movie screening,
Right.
one for the masquerade ball,
Right.
one for day one,
Right.
and one for day two.
Bam. It's 4 people.
Explore gaming, art exhibits, and interactive activities. And then here we go. Friday lays out the movie screening. Saturday, what's going on? Sunday, what's going on? We just talked about it. Not going to read it. So get your tickets at a discounted rate. Now, here is the important part. Get your tickets at a discounted rate by pre-ordering now.
Only on the Eventbrite page this Saturday.
Well, not just Saturday.
Well, they starting
Saturday.
Yeah.
The prices at the door are going to be higher. So lock in your spot today. And also, we only have a limited number of tickets for some of these things. And so Don't wait.
Yeah. We got,
Join the excitement.
got
So
passes.
we've got some images, right? Ghostbusters 2. That's the movie we'll be screening Friday night.
Looks
Uh,
familiar.
this is the cosplay contest from last year.
Yeah.
What? What does that
Well,
look like?
yeah, it looks real familiar.
Hold on. Does it look like? Oh, hold on. Oh,
Oh, oh,
oh. Okay, hold on. Move on.
yeah.
Uh, Shadows will dance and masks will hide at the Ghost and Ghouls Masquerade, Saturday, September 20th. That says 8 p.m. to 11. It's about to change, friends.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Of course, we also have the Fast Times video on there if you want to check them out and see what they're all about.
Fast Times Dance Party.
They will be performing at the Ghost and Ghouls Masquerade Ball.
Yep.
But that's not all.
Nope.
More to come in just a few moments.
More to come.
We've got some tags. So let's talk about the tickets because this is the important thing, right? That is coming out Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yep.
So let's look at some details. This is the one you're going to want. This is the Dynamite Pass. $60. This pass includes access to KaboomCon, to all KaboomCon weekend related events, including Ghostbusters 2 movie screening, the Masquerade Ball, both days of the convention, as well as expedited entrance to the events and a custom lanyard. You're not going to have to wait in line.
It's like a lighting pass.
It kind of is. That's the Dynamite.
Kaboom!
Next up is the Sparkler. This is your 2-day pass to the convention only.
Yeah.
So if all you want to do is just come to the con, you don't want to go to all the other fun stuff, you can do that and get yourself a Sparkler. So this is 25. This is going to save you $5.
Yeah.
Each day is going to be 15.
Yeah.
So save $5, get a Sparkler.
Get a Sparkler.
Kid Sparkler. We're doing it again. 10 and under is free.
Free, baby.
We want this to be a family-friendly event. We want you to bring the family.
Bring the children.
We want to start indoctrinating the youngins on nerd culture as early as possible.
Being a nerd is cool.
It is, I think. Then, of course, we've got Gen Pop Day 1. $15. This is just to get into the con for Day 1. Yep. Kids Gen Pop, free. 10 and under. Gen Pop Day 2. Convention only, and Kids Gen Pop Day 2. Now, some people are probably going to say, wait a second, what if I only want to come to the movie screening? That's fair. We will be posting that event separately, probably in the next month. First, we want to see how many of
who's coming
the Dynamite passes sell, so we know how many we have left to sell for the movie. So,
or if you just want to come to the Ghosts and Ghouls Masquerade Ball,
similarly, we will have a separate event just for that.
Yep.
So the Dynamite Pass is limited to 200. And I will tell you, there are other prizes and accoutrements that will be coming along with that Dynamite Pass. I just didn't want to list them there because then you got to hold me accountable to them. But yeah, there are
just in case.
There are other things that will be coming along with that Dynamite Pass for $60 for everything.
Come on.
You're getting into the movie. You're getting into the con both days. You're getting into the ball. And you're getting a customized lanyard and expedited entrance.
Customized.
But I am telling you, but wait, there's more.
Call now.
So tickets, again, go on sale. Saturday, 10 a.m. Do not wait.
Are we doing a t-shirt pre-order thing?
I am in the process of working on that as well.
Okay.
I was surprised. So, truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, last year, I did not order a bunch of t-shirts for us to sell with the logo.
We just did ones for people that were working.
Yeah, I didn't think that people were going to want to buy the shirt with the logo.
Apparently a bunch of people were like, yo, where can I get a t-shirt?
Like literally about 100 people out of the 1,000 that were there were like, hey, I want a t-shirt. And so it was like, okay. So there will be t-shirts on sale this year with this year's logo.
Bam.
And I'll probably even run off some from last year. Not a huge batch.
Just in case.
Yeah, if people want to pick them up for last year because they were there, cool.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have them available.
We didn't have them. No, we will.
Yeah, I'm not going to run off, 1,000, but
Nah.
I'll run off some. So some other big things happening in association with KaboomCon weekend.
Again, big things popping, little things stopping.
Absolutely. So this one here,
Oh,
KaboomCon writing contest.
yes.
Enter if you dare. So some contest details. Free entry.
Oh,
Free entry. All genres are welcome.
oh, we're not limiting.
Participants, however, must be 18 plus.
Yes.
Got to be clear. The theme is paranormal tales inspired by Nevada.
Okay.
So again, it could be a romance novel that's
It's got some ghosts in it.
yeah, maybe somebody's getting freaky with a ghost in Hawthorne, Nevada. I'm not here to judge.
Getting freaky with a ghost in Hawthorne. What?
I don't know. I mean, you remember that film Ghost, right? They got a little freaky with that.
That's true. They did.
Anyways, uh, so
Mess with some pottery.
here's the submission period. Now, started on March 1st through June 30th. You've got till June 30th to write your piece and submit it.
Write it.
Word count. Entries must be no more than 5,000 words. That's your cap. That's a lot of words, by the way.
So there's a lot of words.
So
Jeez.
I don't think James has written 5,000 words total in his life to date.
That's probably a lie, but nah, maybe. I don't know.
If you include texting, you probably have gotten more, but I'm talking about actually writing.
Oh, just writing? Yeah, no, that's fair-ish.
So the prize. The top 10 stories will be published in a special anthology by 97 Now Productions. Each winner will be presented with a paperback copy of the published anthology.
Nice.
So you want to be published author? We'll make it happen.
Got
So that's part of the reason why the cutoff is June 30th. We need time to judge, review all of these stories.
Right.
We want to let the winners know in advance so they can hopefully come be in attendance at KaboomCon.
Yeah.
Because we would like to have ideally a special panel with these winners to talk about their stories. And we also want to have this anthology on sale.
Yeah,
We want to let the people have the opportunity to get these stories.
purchase this book. Purchase.
So there are some writing prompts. So we already talked about the theme, right? It's got to be paranormal tales inspired by Nevada. But there are also some prompts that must be included in your story.
Oh, these are fun. This is like when you do the film, the 48-hour film.
Exactly, yes. So, of course, the prompts include Nevada.
Okay. So it has to be, because it has to be someplace in Nevada, right?
Yeah. Cryptids. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea.
So I actually had to look this up myself.
Who gave you this?
Truth be told, I'm not the one who created this idea.
Oh.
I want to give credit where it is due. This was Cassandra, one of our friends. She helped out last year running the
raffle
booth. And there's also another author who's been involved, Salem, helping out with the creation of this contest. So I very much appreciate them throwing down and making this happen. But a cryptid, see, I had to look this up. So cryptids are animals or other beings that cryptozoologists believe may exist somewhere in the wild, but whose present existence is disputed or unsubstantiated by science.
So we're talking about Bigfoot, Yeti.
There are many, right? Yes.
Well, I mean, those are just two. That the Chupacabra.
Yes, Chupacabra, Loch Ness Monster, Megalodon. I'm looking at a
Tahoe
list.
Tessie.
Sea serpents. Yes, Tahoe Tessie. That is one as well. There could be some not of this planet, right?
Aryans.
Did you say the Aryans? Like
no
white race or
aliens?
Aliens, yes. Bigfoot. You already said Chupacabra, an orange pendic. What? So there are some Yeti, Yowie. There are some that are obviously not like, the Jersey Devil. Forgot about that one. That was in an episode of
Supernatural.
Oh, I didn't even think about that one, but also in
X-Files?
Yes, thank you. So ultimately a cryptid it's a creature that may or may not be real.
Could be.
Um,
We just don't know yet.
Sasquatch love story. Write it, Stephen.
Get it.
5,000 words. Make it happen.
No more
So,
than 5,000 words.
so Nevada cryptids ballet. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
And the line, "Who you gonna call?" But you cannot complete that with the word Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Who's gonna call? Yo mama.
So, wow. So use Nevada's ghost towns, alien lore, and legendary mysteries as your canvas. Whether it's tales of Area 51 or haunted desert nights, we want your unique take.
Yeah, those deserts are dark.
So
Super dark at night.
there's a little QR code here. This is going to get posted up on the page and be accessible to everyone. That QR code will take you to a form to fill out with your information to submit your story,
100%.
all of that kind of stuff. So
if you got writer friends, let them know.
Yeah, and if you got somebody that they're good writer, say, hey,
itching to write something.
You won't get published? Let me help you out.
Yeah, Tyrus. Looking to get published? You ain't doing nothing right now.
Damn. Dog. So
sorry to call him out. I'm just lighting a fire.
Fine. Fair. More KaboomCon related stuff. I am excited to announce
Kaboom!
Alex DeLuca, special guest joining us from Red 5 Comics.
Oh.
Recently a special guest over on Pop Culture Kaboom.
Kaboom!
He's an amazingly talented artist. Dragon Whispers, Whisper is his property that he's, that and his YA title, Enigma Town.
Enigma Town.
And for those of you that are like, what the hell's YA? Well, that's young adults.
Oh, that's a book series.
I feel like, James, you should probably still read YA, because you're a big fan of Percy Jackson. So,
yeah, for real, I like Percy Jackson.
Yeah, I feel like this would probably be up your alley.
Yeah.
So another thing to briefly discuss, if you will, just a moment. I'm bringing
Rick Roden, by the way.
What?
I said that was author Rick Roden, by the way. I'm actually just a fan of his works.
Fair enough. Yeah. So we have some good news that we are good news.
Good news.
We are. Hold, please.
We are
still looking for vendors.
I know it's early in the game, but never too early to sign up.
We're about 6 months out, man.
Yes, I know.
Now is the time. Don't wait.
Get in.
Because we have many vendors that I've announced over the last number of months, and likely we'll start announcing them again so people don't forget.
Get it.
But I cannot stress, don't wait, because we have been being contacted a ton in the last 2 weeks from a lot of vendors around the country wanting to come.
Get in.
So don't wait. Again, this is the vendor form, pretty straightforward. Let's roll down. Let's look at the prices.
Scroll down.
Main floor. Main floor. Gym. 10 by 10. 2-day event. $275.
Ooh. That's cheap.
For a 2-day event?
Compared to some of these other cones.
Absolutely. I had to pay like almost $400 for 1 day. Anyways.
For the
Now, if you want to add power, if you're in an indoor space and you want to add power, it's an extra $100. That's what they're charging me for using power. So I'm just passing that on to you. I'm not upcharging anything like that. So $275 indoor, 10 by 10 in the main space in the gym.
In the gym.
Then we have our artist alley. It's a little bit smaller. That's called the Tahoe Room at the facility.
But it's going to be amazing.
These are going to be 8x4 spaces for $125.
Less
than $100 a day.
Come on.
Then we've got some outdoor vending opportunities. If you're a food and beverage vendor, if you got a food truck, or even if you don't, and you're licensed, right? You got to be licensed. That's the important thing. You might have to go over to the Carson City and be like, hey, let me get my business license, or let me get my sign-off certificate. But If you're a food and beverage vendor and you got a food truck, something like that, we've got 20 by 15 spaces for you. That's huge, massive. $150. Again,
Please make sure to do
less
that
than
again.
$100 a day. That's huge. And this one is even better. Non-food and beverage vendor.
Right.
West Side parking lot. 10 by 15 space.
What?
$100. $50 a day.
100.
Yes. So I cannot stress enough. If you are even remotely close to contemplating, hey, do I want to go vend at this event? The answer is yes.
Do it.
Especially at these prices. Like if
And
you don't make back what
at
you
least
put in,
yeah,
then maybe you should rethink
doing
your life.
something wrong.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be a dick, but
No.
like
We're gonna-
honestly,
And the
if
nice
you're an
thing
outdoor vendor, paying $50 a day. If you can't sell $50 worth of merchandise in a day, you need to rethink what you're selling. Honestly.
one of the things too is that this year what we're doing is we're making sure that you can, you're gonna have to take your big stuff with you. I would just suggest that, but we're gonna have security on the lot to make sure that the outdoor vendors don't have to break down each day and set back up.
Yeah, and James is going to be running the security. He's going to be there on the overnight shift, making sure everything goes smoothly. So, doesn't he have the face of trustworthiness? Anyways, yes. So, all true statements. So, next up, I wanted to spend a couple of minutes because I have some huge announcements about this. So we talked about the Ghosts and Ghouls Masquerade Ball a little bit already. We talked about the fact that Fast Times Dance Party is going to be in the Hizzy.
Did you say you're changing the times?
I did, as a matter of fact. So this says 8 to 11. Now, 8 to 11 is accurate. Fast Times Dance Party will likely start at 8 p.m. However, some things we didn't already talk about.
Right.
There will be spine-chilling snacks and drinks while listening to live music. Okay? Are you ready to embrace the spirits?
Spine-chilling.
So Fast Times Dance Party is not going to be the only act at this event.
What?
I haven't told you about this. So the doors for the Ghosts and Ghouls Masquerade Ball will open at 7 p.m. It's going to allow you the opportunity to come in, get a feel for the atmosphere, get a feel for the spookiness of the Ghost and Ghouls Masquerade Ball, to take some photos with friends, to get ready, to go into the theater and get your mind blown by this man, JD Charisma.
Yes!
JD Charisma is releasing an album later this year.
The Charisma!
It will be 8 tracks. Each track is based off of a film genre. And JD Charisma is working with Icy Sound Comics for the imagery that will be in the background of this entire performance.
Nice.
So JD Charisma will perform for 30-ish minutes, 30 to 35 minutes, to get you primed and ready. This will be, you will not be up on the dance floor yet, up on the stage. You will be in the house watching this man who is entertaining as hell.
My Filipino brother.
James knows him well. And again, I did not tell you about this because I wanted to surprise you with this.
Yes! Woo!
And there's a lot more in store. So another thing, to get you primed and or excited about this weekend, JD Charisma will be performing before the screening of Ghostbusters 2 Friday night.
Nice. Double dose of JD.
So he will be given a little teaser performance Friday night before Ghostbusters. He will also have a JD Charisma panel at KaboomCon during the day, in which he's going to talk about his career, what he has done, what he is continuing to do to get you excited to see him perform Saturday night.
I need to be in that panel.
And JD Charisma will also be at KaboomCon Day 2 on Sunday as a part of the Icy Sound panel.
Nice.
That's all I'm going to say about that for right now.
Nice.
So
weekend of Charisma.
So we will have JD Charisma as our opening act, if you will, for the Ghost and Ghouls Masquerade Ball.
Oh
Eight songs.
man,
8 songs.
man,
Eight different film genres.
I'm so excited. Oh man, JD is he is a blast and a half to work with, man.
So he will be in the hizzy, as the kids call it.
And the hizzy.
In the hizzle.
Oh man, I'm glad you saved that one. That's great. I love that.
Yes. So KaboomCon is shaping up again, as we've mentioned. We have comic book artists. I will tease this one just a little bit. Huge, massive comic book artists, really well known for their work on Spawn. I can't say a name yet. You know,
The two
but
we had last year, are they coming back?
one has said yes, but we haven't finalized everything, so I'm not going to say which one.
Okay.
And the other, I'm still waiting to hear from.
Okay. If you were there last year, then you already know, or if you've watched the show long enough, then you already know who we're talking about. But we won't give names out.
Yes,
until confirmed.
But the big one right now that I'm pretty much finalized on, I'm just waiting for the approval to announce. Image comic book artist,
nice,
working on Spawn, has worked with DC, has worked with Marvel, amazingly talented. Again, going to be huge, going to be massive. You're really not gonna want to miss out on this.
Nah.
If you like, again, we're talking with AEW wrestlers, we're talking with WWE legends.
4 wrestlers.
We are trying to go bigger, right? The one thing I stressed to James when we did year one was that we weren't doing this to make money. We were doing this to
prove that we could do it.
One, to prove we could do it, but two, to have fun and to give back to a community that I think desperately wanted this. And they proved that they did.
Yeah, they don't, because the cons go to Reno and stuff like that, but that's
or Tahoe.
Tahoe, but they Carson City don't get no love, and so that's and actually you got to think Carson City needs to thank Jimmy for that one, because he was like, in Carson City, and we were like,
because I was gonna plan it in Reno,
and we were like, oh yeah, because he was saying that things go around Carson City but don't come to Carson City, so that means that people from Carson City have to go to Tahoe, which isn't that, it's not that far, but it's still a drive, or go to Reno, which is also not that far, but still a drive. So now this is in their city. So they can come.
And this year our goal is to bring in people from all over, not just Carson. We want the Carson folk. We want to come back.
We want you. But we want Reno to come in. We want Tahoe to come in. Heck, I
want Idaho to come in. I want Cali.
We want that Northern California people to come in. That East Bay drive in.
Utah. I want
Utah. I want
England.
Yo, if we can get, there's just one person from England that I really want to get here, but
I'm seeing about if I can get a rap duo from England to come.
Actually, there's 2 people I want to meet from England that I would love if they could come, but
who?
One, Miss Kirsty, and 2, what's his name? Louis Palfrey.
You should hit him up.
I should.
Make they got time. Happen.
Yeah, I have his info, but I don't have. You have Kirsty's, so you should hit her up, see if she wants to come down. She can come out.
I'll give it to you. You should have it, but
because I only have Louis through Discord.
And for those of you that are wondering who the heck he's about, Louis Palfrey is the music master on Murphy's Inc. and Oak Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
He's done an amazing job on those tracks for both of those series, and they're distinctly different. If you've listened to both of those shows, you understand. If you haven't listened to both of those shows, why?
Get on it.
Especially with Oak Bridge Season 2 coming out later this year. Speaking of, while we're at it, any update? Do we have a episode 1 in the can, or where are we at?
Almost. I sent what should be my last email this morning, or earlier this morning, to just the last couple last minute changes before we did the finalized episode one.
Am I going to get to hear it before it's final?
It's in the folder.
Well, I haven't gotten any of the emails. I haven't been copied on anything. I don't know what's going
Oh
on.
yeah, he said hello all, so I thought you were on there, but yeah, it's in the final. It's in our finalized or
Okay.
the date, not the finalized dailies. It's in the
Okay.
dailies folder. So if you want to
Then
hear,
I
if you
guess
want
I'll
to
have
hear
to go
one
check
and a
that.
half, yeah, if you want to hear one and a half as is right now, there's still a couple. He hasn't, so he just needs to add footsteps and stuff like that. I know for sure, but I had a couple changes that I wanted to make, and so that's in,
But
and so we
recording is done. You've
recording is
gotten
done.
everything 100%. You got
Yeah,
everything from Connor because that was the
yeah. As far
awesome.
as I know, I mean,
Awesome.
for like as far as up to what I had, I realized today I was like I need to contact him, so I'm going to give him a call tomorrow just to finalize, make sure everything's there, and then we are good.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oak Bridge season 2 coming in just a few months.
yeah,
And by a few, it's quite literally about a few.
yeah.
Uh, I don't know what the right word for four is, so I'm going to say a few.
Few works.
Um, but
Few plus one.
I will say we are targeting early July.
Yeah.
So get ready for that.
The fireworks.
Yeah, Oak Bridge season 2. It's going to be huge. Season 1 was huge. You know, I think we will surpass 500,000 downloads before season 2 premieres.
I thought we were at oh no, we were 250.
Uh,
We were over 250 at the time. I think
yeah,
last time we really talked about it.
I think we were over 300. Hold on. Let me just since we're doing this, let me log in.
Pull it up.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
What do we got here?
Let me get some numbers in it.
Oh, I logged in. Hold up.
Not gonna lie, this I'm kind of pleasantly surprised by this orange cream Coke. Normally not a huge fan of orange cream stuff, but
So,
that was pretty
truth
good.
be told, I'm not sure when this happened, but we have surpassed 300,000 downloads,
Oh,
which happened in about because I haven't looked in a couple weeks. So, that happened in the last 2 weeks.
well, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, we are at almost 310,000 downloads on Oak Bridge season 1.
Season 1.
So, I definitely, if you haven't listened to it, now is the time. Get caught up. Episode 1 has over 50,000 downloads.
Nice.
If only we got that carry through all the way for the rest of the season.
All right.
That would be 500,000 downloads.
Yeah, but
What do you got there? What are you holding up?
oh, I was just this was the glass that I was drinking out of. This is each time there's a new beer box that comes out, you get a glass specifically for that beer for that pack, and this
Oh,
one is Secret Sip Society, and it has the Lazy Dog Beer Club on the back. So
that's cool.
yeah, so I have a bunch of these glasses now because I've been a part of this club for a while now.
So the last thing I wanted to talk about tonight and kind of wrap us up for the evening,
Wrap it up.
just releasing today 2 episodes.
Oh my god.
2 episodes. Where are we?
I don't know where we are, but
There we are. Daredevil Born Again. So
I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize it was coming. It dropped, and I was just like, "Wait, what? It's hard. Wait, hold on."
So if you haven't watched Daredevil Born Again, now is the time to tune out. Because it did just drop today. We absolutely understand. We're not going to be mad if you got to go. If you don't care, we're this is not a spoiler-free zone. We will talk about what we saw. So I'm just going to preface with that. If you dip, I understand. But
If you're gonna watch it, by all means, go do
if you're
that,
going to watch it, go watch
and then
it.
you can watch this later.
But I'm gonna give about 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3.
Made the warning video.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, fine.
Yeah, there it is.
So this series started off with the kick in the nuts that was John Cena's heel turn.
I was what?
I so we we were sold a bill of goods that this series was going to have, the original cast in it, right? Foggy
Oh, it did
and it did. Um
for about 5 minutes.
and Steven, when I dip, you dip, we dip. Peace, fellas. And we've got Jimmy checking in.
Hey, hey, hey! What's happening?
Um, so this series hurt
Yo,
within,
my feelings were hurt.
like, I don't know where this goes, because I will say, I looked at IMDb before the series started, and
We
these
talked about
characters
this.
are credited.
We talked about this because I said, looking at the trailer, it looked like if it was Foggy, he looked different.
It was him. You saw, right? You watched episode 1. You saw that was him,
It was him.
right? However, within, hold on, I got to crack another beer for this one. Within what, 6, 7 minutes into episode 1,
They shot him.
and within 2 minutes of that,
He died. Sorry, I'm so loud and animated about this. I was very upset by that.
yeah, and within another 2 or 3 minutes, 1 year later, like, really, like
And
that.
well, and also don't get it like Daredevil pushed the man off the building.
I mean,
he survived, which very confusing to me.
Well, that was Deadshot, or I'm sorry,
that
not
was
Deadshot,
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
So again, superhuman-esque potentially, right? So, and also it was only like a 3-story building. John Locke survived a fall from, in Lost. So
they were also in purgatory. So, whatever.
We got to do I just recently rewatched Lost, and
I never watched it. And that was because I was just I was kind of over the whole, because everybody was talking about it, and I was like, you're gonna be disappointed when this thing ends.
Yeah. Anyways, back to this. So
yeah.
I within 10 minutes of this series starting, I was like, do I even want to continue?
I was, what I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was totally expecting what we talked about. I totally expected Snap to happen.
Yeah, and maybe this was 5 years ago or whatever, right?
Yeah, I was expecting the snap to happen, and like I was waiting that whole time when they were walking and the car passed and you didn't see him for a second. I was expecting like somebody to disappear, things like that, but yeah, no, nothing happened.
Yeah, I had genuinely thought that this story was going to take place during the time of the snap.
Right.
And I'm wrong. I'm absolutely wrong. And
right. That's what we both thought. We were talking about that a couple weeks ago when, like, because Fisk becomes mayor, and it's like, how did Fisk become mayor? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And well, I mean, it makes sense.
It makes sense
with the way they presented this, right?
Yeah, that makes total sense now.
So again, there are multiple references in this already to Punisher, to Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
There are references to the events of what happened in Hawkeye as well as in Echo.
Yeah. Didn't you get shot in the face?
Yeah. So, and he looks pretty good for a guy that got shot in the face.
100%. Like, and he even makes a reference. He says, "You're walking lighter now." You lost some
Yes.
weight, which is
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Uh,
Kingpin's
and
not a light man normally, but I like this. I like this portrayal
I,
of
I
Kingpin.
will say I am loving Wilson Fisk. I am
Hmm.
loving Matt Murdock, but I'm still, having watched both of the episodes, I'm still reeling from the first 10 minutes of episode one.
Right.
Um, and I really don't. I hated the She-Hulk love story with Matt Murdock. I don't need another Matt Murdock love story, and I feel like we're already starting down that path with the Shrink.
Yeah, but what happened? Yeah, what happened to She-Hulk? What happened
So
with that?
so what I've heard leading up to this series is that the events of She-Hulk happened. It's not like it was in a different universe or anything like that, and that the events of She-Hulk will be referenced in this series.
Hmm.
We
Okay.
haven't seen it yet, right? As far as I'm aware, Tatiana Mansley is not in this series in any way, shape, or form.
How many how many episodes is this supposed to be? Do we know?
Last I heard, it was like 18.
Oh, wow, that's really long.
Yeah, this is a full on series. And that first episode was an hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes.
Worth every minute of it.
I was almost disappointed when I saw the second episode was only 42, 43 minutes.
You chipping me on minutes, bro.
So
And I'm glad it wasn't I'm glad they just gave it. They didn't rehash anything or anything like that. That was nice.
yeah, the assumption is you know the story to this point, and if
Right.
you don't, then shame on you.
And if you don't, you can the Daredevil series. Literally, I watched the first 2 episodes, and the original Daredevil series that was originally on Netflix is now on Disney Plus.
The problem is, it's not just one season, right?
No, that's
Daredevil
multiple.
did Daredevil have 2 or 3?
I want to say 3.
Now I'm gonna have to check because
Yeah,
I think
actually, it might have been 2. But I know it was. Hold on, I'll do it, bro. Just
I'm already on it.
are you
So
already on it?
yeah, 3 seasons of Daredevil
Plus
plus
the Defenders.
Defenders. Which really to watch Defenders, you
gotta
kind of
watch
had to
all.
have watched
Yeah,
some of the other stuff, which
Jessica
is like 2
Jones,
seasons of Jessica Jones and a
Luke.
season of Luke
Two
Cage.
two seasons of Luke Cage. Well, yeah, 2 seasons of Luke Cage. But I think the second season came after the Defenders.
I think so, and then 1 season
The
of
Punisher.
well, that came after as well.
I thought Punisher came out during the same time.
I don't know, but you kind of need to know Punisher as well to watch this series.
Right, and then then there was the Iron Fist, which was whatever.
Danny Rand.
I think we've talked about it before. Iron Fist. I was
And didn't Punisher actually have 2 seasons? Now that I think about it,
I think he might have.
so and Punisher is supposedly going to be in this series. We haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, for some reason, like the first dude that popped up in this series, I thought was Punisher because he kind of looked like him, but turns out
White Tiger.
White Tiger.
So and he didn't have his mystical medallion.
Yeah,
when he fought the police officers
who were shaking some dude down who didn't look.
And I'm trying to figure out what that tattoo was.
Yeah, I don't
because it was so quick, and it was like I couldn't make it out.
Man, Murdoch, bro, man, flipped a switch on them dudes.
Yeah, man, I gotta say, I very much have enjoyed these first 2 episodes.
Yeah,
I could deal. And the frustrating thing, obviously, what they're doing here is the girl, the therapist is necessary for whatever's going to happen down the road between Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk. Right. Oh, hey, checking in. We got
cheap
substantive pedal with cheap viewers on streamboospace.com. Remove the space. Streamboo, thank you, substantive pedal.
At FB341DBZ.
Dragon Ball Z. Anyways, so obviously they're using her as a vehicle to eventually, because since now Wilson Fisk and his wife are going to therapy with her conveniently.
She had to sign She has to sign like an NDA for.
And that makes sense,
Well,
right?
at the same time, she's also. I mean, maybe because she publishes books, but at the same time, it's like she is a therapist, so nothing leaves. It, there's a patient.
I mean, this gives, Wilson Fisk an extra layer of security, right? But eventually he's going to find out that her boyfriend or whatever is Matt Murdock, and that's going to create chaos there. And then, you can already see the writing on the wall, which I hate that it's a little too telegraphed.
Yeah, well, it's. I mean, it's everything's kind of telegraphed. We already know the relationship here.
So, Daryl, James and I are both a little too young to get the Dallas reference.
No, I remember the show.
You did not watch the show.
No, I was. I mean, I was around. I was around for the show. I remember this was a big deal.
So that's a lie. J.R. Ewing was shot on the Dallas season finale on March 21st, 1980.
Then they were still showing it when I was a kid.
But my point is, this was not a show that we watched when it aired initially.
Oh, I thought it was because like I didn't know any better because like my parents
No, you
watched.
watched it in syndication.
Yeah, I must have because like I swear like I remember my parents like watching it every week.
And this says, no, James didn't watch Dallas. He had taste. No, of course he didn't. He's just telling us that he watched Dallas.
Yeah, like I used to watch. I mean I didn't watch like full episodes. I watched I watched episodes here and there with my parents and stuff. But
And
yeah,
we finally got Jeff checking in. Oh, no, he checked in earlier about the WWE Legends. James, how old are you?
42.
September 7th is his birthday.
Yeah.
I won't give away a year, but you did just say an age. So.
Yeah, so 1982, whatever.
Now we just need to get the last 4 of your social.
Sure.
8675.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You know what would be hilarious is if that was actually the last 4 of your social. Could you imagine like being on a call? Yeah, what's the last 4 of your social? Like with a bank or whatever, because they're trying to verify you.
1,
And you
2,
tell
3,
them,
4.
Nobody takes that seriously,
Yeah.
right?
Seriously? Yeah. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Let me play some pinball. 42 and risen.
Risen.
You can go be a rising in the sun.
Rising in the suns.
Anyways, overall, where are you at? Daredevil, 2 episodes in. How are you feeling about the series?
Besides the shocker of the first one, and then him kind of hanging up the horns, I'm very interested to see where this goes because it didn't do what we thought. Remember, we thought it would kind of start with the whole fight with Echo thing. They made reference to it, but they haven't touched it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think where the series is I think this is where we are in the MCU timeline, right? The Prime Earth 616, right? I think I think I don't know if we're going to get any references directly to other events that are happening, but this could be used as a vehicle to set up something else, Fantastic Four or Thunderbolts or something.
Oh, Fantastic Four is in a completely different universe.
In the first 30 minutes, we got Harjeet checking in.
Oh, snap!
What's good, Harjeet?
What's up, bro?
Welcome to the show.
Man, it's been a while since you've been on here.
Yes, good to have you back.
Speaking of been a while, where's the Nam?
Yeah, right. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah,
but I think obviously I'm going to watch this show because I think the acting by both of these leads is
Charlie
great,
Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah, and I love that this show is not just about Matt Murdock. I love that it's really, and I think they did that well in season 1 of Daredevil to really kind of tell both stories separately, and then have those moments where they came together.
Yes, it has been a while.
And so I really like that, at least in these first two episodes, we have a moment or two where they come together, but really it's telling the story of both of them.
Yeah, no,
And I
I thoroughly enjoy that, because I mean, Kingpin is as much a part of the story as Daredevil is.
and from like a villain standpoint, Kingpin, if you think about the lexicon that is Marvel, Kingpin is one of the most intriguing villains, aside from a Thanos or a
Because
Doctor Doom.
it's always like his motives, it's always weird. It's like, wait, whose side are you on right now?
Well, and I think we had the scene at the cemetery with the police chief
Oh,
where he calls Wilson Fisk out as basically just being a little kid looking for acceptance, right? And that is true to the core of the character of Wilson Fisk.
yeah.
Um, so I don't know. I'm
This
torn
is
because I feel like the show is telegraphing too much. I feel like it's almost being used a little bit too much as a potential vehicle for introducing other characters like White Tiger and bringing Bullseye back into the MCU, and I think we're going to see some more of that. Um, so I hope they get back to what was really great about Daredevil, which is focusing on the struggle between these two characters themselves, because I think that's what made the original Daredevil series so good.
and he with him being the mayor, he's even put he told him, if you go out and do this stuff, I will basically persecute you.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, well, damn, okay.
Well, and this scene with the two of them at this diner was, very telling that neither of them want to out the other, but they will,
Yeah. Look,
which is interesting, right?
I know your secrets, you know mine. So either we're gonna play nice or somebody's getting screwed over.
Well, and I loved that Matt, in this scene said, "You tell me you're a different man, and I'll believe it." Right, and it speaks to the character of Matt Murdock and the Christian upbringing that he had to truly forgive and try and take people at face value.
Yeah. You tell me
So
this, I'm gonna believe you until you give me reason to not believe you.
yeah, and he, as we saw, right, Wilson Fisk has already exhibited some of his kingpinness with the police chief.
Who was
Uh,
turning in his resignation.
yeah, and showing off a image of I guess a bastard daughter. Is that what you like? I know you bastard child. Like, 'cause I know boys can be bastards. Can women? Can girls be bastards? I don't know.
I guess. Because I mean, I guess is it just that means they were born under uh being an affair or out of wedlock, what used to be, or something like that. I don't know, but yeah.
So, according to AI, Google AI, a bastard is a word that can refer to a child born to unmarried parents or to something that is inferior or irregular.
Okay.
So, illegitimate or love child,
Yeah.
or a disagreeable person.
Bastard.
So, Daryl says out of wedlock.
A lot of times that's what it ends up being, but
So that's everything I had that I wanted to cover this night. A lot of stuff, right? A lot
yeah,
of
it was good.
big news.
A lot. I'm excited
Uh,
for Andor. I'm excited for the rest of this Daredevil, man.
Excited for JD Charisma.
JD.
Yeah, I so interesting. Like I'll talk about this for a minute.
Charisma.
Oh man, I know what he's meaning to say here. And no, Jeff, Tyrus is not a bastard because I've met both of his parents, who are both lovely people.
You are such an ass, dude.
You are a terrible human being, Jeff.
100%. You are horrible.
Tyrus is not. Now, I'm not going to go down that path. I'm not going to play into it.
Don't do it.
Anyways, so kind of interesting. So you've known JD Charisma for a number of years.
Yeah.
20-ish years, I think, at this point.
Mm,
15?
at least 15, yeah.
Yeah, like 2010-ish.
No, because no, I think it was earlier than that.
Because I know you knew him when you and I got back to like hanging out again around 2010. Because you had
Yeah.
mentioned him. So
Yeah, I think I think it's been a little bit longer than that, but yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Let's call it 15, right?
Yeah, because I talked to him. I think it's been last time I really talked with him was like 2 years ago, I believe.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you've talked about him for many years to me about different things you've done with him and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously working with Lawrence and Diego, they've talked about him and the different things and so on and so forth. But up until last week, I had never met him. I knew of him as this person that does these things and stuff, but I'd never spoken to him or engaged with him directly.
I mean, he does a lot. He's done a lot of fundraising for the Philippines and stuff like that, which is awesome. I believe he still does that kind of stuff too. So
yeah, so he's a really good guy, very nice. I enjoyed my interactions with him when we spoke the other day. And to be clear, this is who we're talking about: JD Charisma, actor, recording artist, entertainer, a star on the rise, according to Asian Journal publications.
Mm-hmm.
Roles I'm perfect for: bold and brash rebel, resilient underdog, a quick-witted loudmouth. That sounds like you, James. Playful romantic, life of the party, adventurous outlaw. So he thinks he's like Han Solo, and a dangerous charmer.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to see him do that one.
Some fun facts: international hip hop music artist. You'll get to see that on display at KaboomCon.
Yeah.
Starred in an international Filipino television series.
Oh.
Went viral on YouTube with 2 million plus views.
Okay.
Trained in boxing, fighting for film, and Filipino martial arts. Also known as a Eskrima.
Yeah.
I believe. Stick fighting and sword fighting. So if you're interested in seeing more about him, definitely head over to his Insta or YouTube or wherever.
The charisma is everywhere.
Or, of course, as always, come to KaboomCon.
That's just the first. You can look at his socials, but you got to meet him in person. This guy's he's a ton of fun.
Yeah, and he seemed like a genuine article. Like, he because all I knew of him is what you had told me or what Lawrence and Diego had told me, and so to a degree, he seemed like this caricature of a person from what y'all had said, and me having never met him, and then meeting him and talking to him and everything. He's a really good guy. So
it's like when I first met this guy, we did theater with a number of years ago. Nikita. When I first met him, I'd heard tons of stories about him, and so I was like, bro, like when he joined, I was like, oh boy, here we go. And so you get this idea of somebody because like people you've just heard his name over and over and over again. You've heard, oh, he's so great, blah blah, and then you finally get to meet the person. You're just like, oh, okay, no, they're cool. They're cool. They're cool people. Okay. Like they like that was one thing. I thought he was gonna be, totally just like
egotistical.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be total egotistical and stuff like that, but he was so humble. And so I'm glad all the things that if you get to go to New York, I think I'm not sure what he's working on now, but if you get a chance to see him
Last
work.
I saw, he's working on Jersey Boys.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I think that was I think that was
But
the last thing.
I don't know him like you know him. I was not in that show, right?
Right.
I did lighting design, so I worked with y'all, but I wasn't there for rehearsals and the day to
Yeah, and
day.
so
And
like being and just he was and he's really into family. I mean like that him and his brother are so close, and everything else. So I mean it's really so he's a really good dude, and so I'm actually glad that I did get to meet him, and he's doing big things now, and so just wish nothing but the best for that guy.
show, show. You got anything else you want to talk about tonight?
Uh no, I mean tomorrow I'm gonna go check out Mickey 17. New movie coming out, and
Is that about the mouse or
no, this is a guy who basically he's doing nothing really on. They started doing space exploration, and so he signs up to basically be a crash test dummy, if you of sorts. So basically, he gets cloned. So they send him out on these kind of in nothing, he's gonna die missions, and when he dies, they basically reanimate him, and so somehow one of the clones doesn't die complete or something, and so it turns into a whole mess. And so I'm just there's a lot of good amount of star power in this film, so interested to see what this is all about.
who's in
uh,
it?
um well, I
Good
think
amount of star
Oscar
power, but
Isaac, and hold on, let me pull it up real quick.
also known as Moon Knight
Yeah.
or Poe Dameron,
Uh,
or I can't even remember what he played in Dune.
oh yeah, he was the
The
father.
father, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Who's in this movie?
So much star power, he has to look it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, because I don't remember everybody. No, that's not what I was looking for. Here we go. Let's see here.
He found Mickey does 17.
We got Robert Pattinson, Naomi Aki,
I don't know who that is.
yeah, Mark Ruffalo. That's who. Not Mark Ruffalo. It's not Oscar Isaac. It was Mark Ruffalo. Um, Tony.
Oh, so Oscar Isaac's not even in it.
Yeah, no, I made a mistake. I thought it
The
was Oscar.
Hulk is in it.
Right. Tony Collette.
I don't know who
Sh-
that is.
she did.
Oh, it's a she. See, I heard Tony. So.
Yeah, no, she. Um, she's hasn't done anything recent. This is the first thing I remember her doing in a while.
All that star power, ladies and gentlemen.
These are some people. Stephen Yoon.
Who?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a. I mean,
I'm just gonna read off names and hope that.
yeah. Hopefully, you know these people.
So much star power.
Yeah. But anyways, so I'm interested. I've been I saw a trailer for this movie like man months and months and months ago, and so now they just finally started. And I think I saw a couple. I think I saw one during the Super Bowl, and recently seen some on TV or just during like when I'm rewatching TV shows and stuff like that. So I've been interested to see this movie for a while. So
Okay.
saw
Yeah.
Last Breath last weekend, which is a very interesting true story movie. Bio. It's not really a biopic. I guess it's just more of a true, based on true events.
Gotcha.
And that was good. Woody Harrelson and Samuel. How do you say
Uncle
his name?
Sam.
No, Sam. Lu. How do you say his name?
Lu.
Uh, Shang-Chi.
Simu Lu.
Simu. Yeah, Simu Lu. And the other guy, I'm not sure who that was, but it was a good flip.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else.
Good night, folks.
See you real soon.
See you real soon.